Okay, hi class. My name is Miss Berkemeyer, and today it is Tuesday. We will be talking about division using models. Okay, let me put this on a full slideshow for you guys. Okay, so division using models. Let's first look at some terms that we're going to be talking about when we use division. So first, the dividend. This is a number that will be divided by another number. The divisor is what a number will be divided by, and then the quotient is the answer when one number is divided by another. So let's look at the problem. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So in this problem, 8 is our total number of objects that we have. Let's say that's quarters. We have 8 quarters total. That is our dividend. Then, when we divide it by 2, 2 is our divisor. That means we are taking those 8 quarters and putting them into 2 groups. So 2 is the divisor, because that's how many groups we are making. And 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 4 is our quotient, because that's the answer when we take one number and separate it into groups. There will be 4 quarters in each groups. So 4 is the quotient. Also, the amount of quarters or objects in one group. Okay, so here I have a example problem underneath, and our problem is 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So which number is the dividend again? That's right, 15 is our dividend because that is the total amount of objects that we are starting with. Maybe this time that's cookies. 15 cookies. So if 15 is our dividend, what is our divisor? Remember, the divisor is the number that we are dividing by. That's also how many groups we're making. So what number is the divisor? That's right. 3 is our divisor. We want to make 3 groups. So if we're dividing 15 cookies into 3 groups, how many cookies are going to be in each group? And what number is then our quotient? If our quotient is the answer when we divide one number by another. That's right. Our quotient is 5 because there will be 5 cookies in each group that we make. Okay, so now we're going to do a little example, and I'm going to have 12 pennies. How might I divide up those 12 pennies? So here are my 12 pennies, right here. How might I divide up those pennies? Okay, let's say I want to put, well, let's see. I'll make one group here. And let's say I make one group here. Oh, I should have changed my color so you could see better. That's okay. And I have one group here. I'll erase this one and change it. I'll make it green. So here you can see I divided the pennies, my 12 pennies, into 3 groups. But how many pennies are in each group? Well, in our green group we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In our blue one we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And in our yellow one we have 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't think that works because we want to find an equal number of pennies in each group. And there's not an equal number of pennies in each of these 3 groups. So let's see, maybe there's another way we can divide up we can divide up the 12 pennies into 3 groups. Let's see. Maybe I'll take these, and I'll take those for a second group, and these for a third group. So we have 12 groups, and we are dividing by 3. And here, how many pennies are in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 equal pennies in each group. Another way we might have came to that answer is if we divided the pennies into groups. So here, I'm going to put 1 penny here, 1 penny here, and 1 penny down here. And let's see how many pennies will give us, how many pennies will be in each group if I put them into 3 equal groups. Okay, here you can see this group has 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies. This group has 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies, and this group has 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies. So our answer is 4. Now, we can do this. We can also do this by, we can also say, oops, apologies. So before, we made 3 groups of 4. We could also say that 12 divided by 3 means that I want 3 pennies in each group. Now, if I want 3 pennies in each group, how many groups will I have? So here we go. We'll do 1, 2, 3 pennies in one group, 1, 2, 3 pennies in another group, 1, 2, 3 pennies in another group, and 1, 2, 3 pennies. So let's see, how many groups do we have? Well, there's 1 group. Here is 2 groups. Here is 3 groups. And here is 4 groups. So we can still say that 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Okay, now it's time for you to practice. I want you to pause this video and I want you to grab some objects around your house, maybe some coins, and I want you to take 18 and divide it into 3 equal groups. Please use your coins and your objects, to model those groups in front of you. So please pause the video now. Okay, very good. So now you've made your 3 equal groups. Let's see, how many circles are in each group? How can I divide 18 into 3 equal groups? Whoops. So we're going to look at a little bit of a smaller screen so that way I can move these circles around. So I'll start 1 circle in each group, and then I will continue on until all of the circles are gone. So now there are 2 in each group, 3, 4, and let's see if your model matches mine. Do you have 6 objects in each group? If yes, then you did it right. Another way that you might have tried to do this is if you put 3 into each group instead of having 3 groups. If so, your model would look a little bit differently, but you would just have 3 objects in each group and you would have 6 groups. Okay, now on your own, I want you to use your coins to practice and have 1 large group of coins and then divide that into smaller groups. But make sure that your groups are equal. Okay, I want you to solve the problem 24 divided by 6 and then 21 divided by 3. Now please stop the video so that way you don't see the answers, and I want you to do your best. Okay, really, stop this video. If you've not completed the 2 questions on the slide before this one, then please pause the video and solve those questions before continuing on. Okay, so for our first problem, 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So you can see in this video, in this slide, I have put 6 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are 4 circles in each group. This is only one way to do it. If your model doesn't look like this, then you might have done it by putting 6 circles in each group. So if you had 6 circles in each group, then you would have 4 groupings. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. Okay, now for the second problem, 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So if you created a model, you might have created something like this, where you have 3 groups. You're taking 21 and dividing it equally among 3 groups. So there should be 7 circles in each group. And if your model doesn't look like this, then it might look something like the one on the next slide. You might have divided 21 by 7. You might have put the 3 in as the number of objects in one group. So 21 divided by 3, which would be the number of objects in one group, makes up 7 groups. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video again, and good luck with your math assignments for today.